Ebooks are a great way to attract leads, but if there's no funnel behind it, you're just giving away free content and hoping for the best. In this video, I'll show you how to turn your ebook into a simple but effective funnel that builds trust, follows up automatically, and gets people to take the next step, whether that's booking a call, buying a service, or joining a program. Let's get into it. All right, so to build this funnel, I'm going to be using Ambit, which is a platform I built to make launching offers like ebooks super easy. So inside Ambit, I'm going to have everything I need. So landing pages, emails, and automations specifically for this video. So let's jump over into pages. And here I'm going to walk through a funnel that I've set up that will help me launch an ebook centered around helping creators make better content with the purpose of getting them more clients. So here I have this hidden strategy landing page. If I hit edit, I can see what it will look like. So here I have a graphic for my ebook, and I actually just generated this with ChatGPT. It's amazing. If you don't have an ebook mockup, you can get one super easy just by asking ChatGPT to generate you one, and it comes out very high quality. Okay, so free ebook reveals the hidden strategy top creators use to turn content into cash. So the reason I'm building this landing page, and I'll go in more detail in just a minute, but the reason I'm doing this is I don't want to just give a landing page to someone. I want to kind of set the tone with them. I want to show them that they're going to get so much value out of this that they absolutely need to sign up, right? Because if we're going to build a funnel around an ebook, which is going to get us clients, we need to set the right tone with these people right off the bat, right? The minute someone comes to know about you, we want a certain impression to be left on them. And specifically, we want them to feel like we're going to go above and beyond to serve them. So think of the landing page not just as a way to get people to sign up for the ebook, but as the first touch that you have with potentially cold traffic that's going to ascend them into becoming a client later on. So we have a big attention-grabbing headline promising a result that we know our customer cares about, or our clients care about: turn content into cash. That's really what, in the example I described, our clients are looking to do. And then we give them a super easy way to do it. Get instant access. All they have to do is fill out this form here. And then for people who aren't sold by this, we have a section here that builds interest with them. You're posting great content, but it's not getting you any clients. We're leading with the pain, and then we're preventing the solution. You need a system. All right, your content alone isn't enough. You just need to post more. You need a system. In this free ebook, you'll discover the exact strategy top creators use. So building social credibility by referencing other creators that are doing well using the same system to bridge the gap between content and consistent clients. Then we start building desire in the viewer's mind with bullet points that explain exactly what they're going to get inside the ebook. Another call to action button to make it easy for them. And then a testimonial to build further social proof. And then finally, I'm just doing a final call to action, because now we're ready to just, kind of hard sell it to say, here, ready to turn your content to clients. Here's what you have to do. Click the button below. And then finally, add a scarcity section. Will this be free forever? No, we're only offering this free to the first 100 people who sign up. After that, it will only be available to our paid clients. Act fast. So it's giving people a reason to act now, and so that they don't just leave this page and come back to it later. They actually sign up now. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to be thinking about the whole funnel outside of the ebook, right? So the ebook is just like the crown jewel that sits on top of this landing page, but what happens after the ebook is equally, if not more, important. So let's jump back here. So I have my landing page live. So if I click the link, I can actually fill out the form here, and when I do, I'll get the lead who fills this out will be added to my CRM within Ambit. But it doesn't stop there. We need to now nurture the lead. First, give them the ebook, but then also give them value and give them a clear path to become a client with us. So the way we're going to do this is with email. It's because email is one of the most intimate forms of digital communication. If you have access to someone's inbox, you have access to their own kind of private world in a way that you don't really have access on social platforms. So let's look at this automation I've set up, and just to clarify, we can go to automations, and I have a 3-day welcome sequence automation that I can check out. And this is an automation I've set up to help convert leads who are just interested in the ebook to potentially become a client. And so the way this works is we trigger the automation when the contact submits a form on our landing page. And so anytime someone fills out a form on our landing page, we send them a welcome email. And in that welcome email, let me just jump over to it. This is what it looks like. We have the free ebook inside. We say, hey, name, welcome, I'm so glad you're here. And we just give them a brief intro about what they're going to receive over the next few days, right? Or each week I'll be providing actionable steps to help you move your business forward. Stay tuned. In the next email, I'll walk you through my content strategy framework. So we're not just providing value, we're also giving them something to look forward to tomorrow and the next day. So talk soon, Gabe, and then PS, here's your free ebook as promised. So we put the ebook in the PS section. I know it says google.com, but you would link this to wherever you actually have your ebook. We put it in the PS section because we want them to read through the entire email and to get hooked by this stay tuned section before they actually get access. So obviously not everyone's going to read through the whole email. Some people are just going to click the link and forget about it. But for the small number of people who are really qualified to be your clients, this is really going to lure them in and get them looking forward to the next email that comes. I'll just note another way I've seen coaches and consultants and online service providers do this is they'll have a multi-step lead magnet. So instead of offering an ebook, you can offer like a 5-day email course that paces it out through the week. Just a side note, we're gonna stick with the ebook here though. Okay. Oh yeah, and the subject line, by the way, welcome. Let's take your content to the next level. Because again, this example we're doing is we're helping people write content, which gets them clients. All right. So this is the first email in the sequence. But if I jump back, after that, we're going to wait 1 day and we're going to send them a second email. And so this second email is going to have the 4-part content strategy framework, which we promised in the first email. So here, the whole point is just to provide as much value as possible. Now, this is just an example, so I didn't really fill it out. But the idea here is give away your best framework or whatever you think is the most transformative for people. We're going to just give it away for free. And then in the PS section, we'll do a soft call to action to book a call. So really, I mean, it doesn't have to be a call, right? If you want to try to sell your services directly, you can. Typically, booking a call is then the precursor to actually selling something, right? So here, we're trying to get on a call with them so that they can become a client of ours. And we put it soft in the PS section because we don't want to come on too strong because we haven't yet built that level of rapport or credibility by adding enough value at this point. Okay, and finally, after we send that, we wait 1 more day, and then we send the third email. And this one is a direct call to action. So the hope is if someone has been reading our emails, we're going to send them this third email now on day 3, which is a direct call to action to book a call for a free consultation where we'll audit your current content, identify what's working, map out a strategy you can actually stick to. And now the purpose of this call is, 1, to provide a ton of value like this, but also to qualify the lead to see if they would actually be a good fit as a client. Again, we add scarcity to make it more appealing and give people a reason to act now. So spots are limited to 5 each week. And then the automation stops. So at this point, you can definitely add more emails. Some people do a 5-day email sequence, some people do a 7-day email sequence. But the idea is we just want to give value over time so that the lead both understands that the next step is to book a call and gets incentivized to do so. So I'm sticking with this 3-day email sequence. And I just want to note, so let's say the email sequence ends. Okay, how are we going to continue this relationship? Let's say they didn't become a client, they haven't booked a call by the 3rd email. Well, the way we do that is with broadcast emails. So up here on the top left, I'm going to click New Broadcast. And this gives me the ability to write one-off emails to my email list. I can do this every day, every week, or on whatever cadence I like. But the purpose of a broadcast email is to provide value on a consistent basis and give a CTA, again, on a consistent basis. So we're basically keeping our list warm, just constantly giving them value every day, every week, whenever you like, and then giving them a way that they can ascend to become a client. So the way this would typically work is I do some attention-grabbing headline. The preview line's optional. That's the bit of gray text that shows next to the subject line in the inbox. And then we can, I like to follow the AIDA framework. So this is attention, interest, desire, and action. So we want to grab attention. That's typically done with a headline. Then we build interest. We can do this with a personal story or something, some kind of controversial take or something that really gets people saying like, what, I have to read this, right? You really want to give them a reason to keep reading after they've clicked the email. And then desire is we're going to start building desire for something more. So let's say we have their interest, but we want them to book a call with us, right? So we want to show them that we have some expertise that would be valuable to them. So we're going to tease it to them to build the desire. And then finally the action, which is the action we want them to take, which in this case is to book a call, we're going to put in the PS section. So I'll say PS if you're interested in working one-on-one with me. I'm currently offering 5 free consultations per week. And this can be the same offer that we pitched in the direct call to action on day 3 of our email sequence, but we basically just put our Calendly link in here. And so the reason I put it in the PS section is, if you've ever been on an email list and basically they start selling you every single day, chances are you probably left the list. So going with this kind of soft selling approach is much more sustainable in the long run. And it's a lot less abrasive than just getting, book a call with me every single day. However, every now and then, maybe once a week or so, you can definitely just send an email out, which is a direct call to action to book a call. Experiment with what works for you. Okay, and then when we're ready, we'll just hit schedule and we can choose when this goes out. So this is pretty much the end-to-end funnel, right? We're going to continuously send these broadcast emails to keep our list warm. And then Embed also comes with a feature called Pipeline that lets you track exactly where people are in the buying journey. So I can add in a contact here. They start off as a lead. Once I qualify them, I can move them over here. I can move them to call booked. And I can customize these stages as well. So I could create one for client. I could create one for review stage. It's really up to you. And then once everything's done, we'll move them to closed one. So that's like closing the deal. And for all of this stuff, we unlock analytics so we can see exactly how many people moved through each stage. And we can look at the conversion rates at each step. The same goes for pages. I can look at if I pick the landing page that I just chose, we can look at page views, form submissions, and conversion rates. And then same goes for emails. We can see exactly how many people delivered, how many emails got delivered, how many people opened, how many people clicked, etc. And I just want to run through this now really quickly to show you how it works. So if I was a lead and I received a link to this ebook, that could be via content, could be with paid ads, could be with outreach, however you're getting customers, getting clients, you'd send them this link, they'd pick it up, they'd fill it out, and then they'd click submit or claim my free copy. And then they'll check their inbox. And so this just landed in my inbox. This is the automatic day 1 email from our welcome sequence. And at the bottom is the link to download the ebook. Not only that, but now this contact has landed inside Ambit. I now have this contact in my database and my CRM, and I can move it throughout the pipeline. So if you're interested in building your own ebook funnel inside Ambit, we're currently offering a 30-day free trial that gives you everything you need to turn clicks into clients. That link is in the description. Aside from that, thanks for watching, keep killing it, and have a wonderful day.